Good morning, everyone. We are going to discuss the second experiment of physics. And the name for second experiment is Newton's law of cooling. So let us begin to the experiment. PUC first year physics experiment. Myself, Mrs. Sanchita Dhamnekar. Experiment number 2, Newton's law of cooling. So first we'll see what is the aim of this experiment. Aim to verify Newton's law of cooling. What is the meaning of Newton's law of cooling that we are going to verify throughout this experiment? Let us see the apparatus to perform this experiment, and these are calorimeter, thermometer, stopwatch, etc. Principle of this experiment: the rate at which hot body loses heat is directly proportional to the difference between the temperature of the hot body and that of its surrounding, and depends on the nature of material and surface area of the body. This is Newton's law of cooling. In this experiment, what we are going to perform, initially we will be having the hot water, and the temperature of that hot water we are going to note it down. After some time, what will happen? The hot water starts getting cool. When it gets cooled down, then there will be the fall in temperature, and that fall in temperature itself, it is called as Newton's law of cooling. These things we are going to perform in this experiment. So let us see the diagram of this experiment. Here, if you focus to this diagram, then here you will able to see one wooden box. This I am going to show you later. This wooden box with insulated ring, and this is nothing but calorimeter. Inside of this wooden box there is a calorimeter, and inside of this calorimeter we are having one stirring stick and one thermometer. And to close this we are having insulated lid. Now here if you see this blue color, this is the hot water which we are going to put it initially itself, and this blue color of hot water, it should not get cooled down as easily. So to avoid that, we are going to provide here wool as the non-conducting material. This is about the diagram, and I'll show you this apparatus later. Next, observation. In the observation, initially we are going to see the room temperature. You will be provided with one thermometer. Once you get the thermometer, before doing anything, just see how much is the temperature present on that thermometer, and that is called as room temperature. And in this case, it is 26 degrees Celsius. To perform this experiment, after we do this experiment, there is a nature of graph. See, here you are having two axes, x-axis, y-axis, starting from the origin as O. Along x-axis you are having time. Along y-axis there is a log of theta minus theta naught. And since it is the Newton's law of cooling, temperature is falling down as the time increases. So you will be having the points like this way, and the graph will be as such.
Let us begin to the experiment. The experiment is Newton's law of cooling. I'll just show you the apparatus. This is called as thermometer. Inside of this thermometer there is a mercury, and can you see this red line? This is just the indicator to indicate the degree Celsius. It is marked as 10 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius, 30 and so on. Here is the stopwatch. This is start and stop button of the stopwatch, and this is the reset button of stopwatch. Here you have one wooden box. This is the stand. Inside of this wooden box there is a calorie meter, and this is one stirrer. Initially, in the observation box, we are going to note down the room temperature. Now, if you see, the room temperature is 28 degree Celsius. I'll just note down here, room temperature 28 degree Celsius. According to the weather, this temperature will change. So, when you perform the experiment, that time whatever room temperature is there, that you are going to note down. Right now it is just 28 degree Celsius. Later, what we are going to do, we are going to pour the 3/4 amount of hot water in this calorimeter. And this wooden box is, inside of this wooden box there is a non-conducting material, so that the heat should not transfer. Let us pour the hot water into this. Next, we are going to insert the thermometer into this calorimeter. Just we'll close this. Later, we'll insert this thermometer into this calorimeter. If you observe here, the temperature is increasing because of this hot water. See, this red indicator is increasing, and what will happen? It will reach to one point, that is the maximum point. So, whatever amount of temperature in degree Celsius is present, maximum temperature, that we are going to note down over here as the temperature theta degree Celsius. Now, this is the maximum temperature. Initially, it is 81 degree Celsius. Now, this is maximum temperature. Temperature is not increasing now. It is 81 degree Celsius. And time we have not measured. So, time is 0 seconds. Now, what we'll do? We'll note down the fall in temperature. Once the temperature is reached to maximum temperature, then what will happen? The water starts becoming cooling. Once it starts cooling down, the temperature will fall down, and fall in temperature we are going to note it down. Let us take the stopwatch, start the watch, and after 120 seconds note down fall in temperature. Let us start this. So, we'll count 120 seconds. See here, 2 minutes. That is nothing but 120 seconds. And this button you are not going to press till you finish your experiment. It will go on continuously like this way. After every 2 minutes you are going to note down fall in temperature. Now for this the temperature is 76 degree Celsius. Here it is 76 degree Celsius. Next, similarly we'll focus this for 4 minutes. When it will come to 4 minutes, then we'll see how much is the fall in temperature. Now the time is 4 minutes, that is 2:40 seconds, and fall in temperature is 72 degree Celsius. It will go on continuously like this way. You are going to take the 10 readings. Now for 8 minutes, see here 8 minutes, and simultaneously fall in temperature will note down. This is the 8 minutes, that is nothing but 480 seconds, and the fall in temperature is 67 degree Celsius. So like this way we are going to continue after every 120 seconds, and fall in temperature will note down. We are going to take all the 10 readings.
Yes.
This watch you are not going to stop in between. It will go on continuously like this way. And now here this is the 9 minutes till 20 minutes. You are going to note down the fall in temperature, and this you are going to note down here. Now we'll go to the calculation part, and there we'll see how to plot the graph.
As we have seen how to perform this experiment, we have taken 4 to 5 readings. Now we'll see how to tabulate those readings and how to plot the graph. See, here we have tabular column. These are the trial number, temperature in degree Celsius, time in seconds, theta minus theta naught, log of theta minus theta naught. So trials will be 10 trials. First trial, in this case, when you put this thermometer to the hot water which is present in the calorimeter, then the temperature will increase. This is the maximum temperature, that is 81 degrees Celsius, and time we have not measured over there. So time is 0. Next here, theta minus theta naught. We have the value of theta as 81 degrees Celsius and theta naught as 26 degrees Celsius. So we have got this value as 55. Next, we are going to find the log of 55. How to find this log and how we have got this value, that I'll tell you after this slide. Next term, it will reach to maximum as 81 degrees Celsius. Now, once it starts falling down, we are going to start the stopwatch, and after every 2 minutes or 120 seconds, we are going to note down fall in temperature. So here the time is 120 seconds and fall in temperature is 76. And if we take the difference of theta minus theta naught, we'll get the value as 50. And this is the log of 50. Similarly, after every 120 seconds or 2 minutes, we are going to note down this as the fall in temperature, find the difference between temperature and room temperature and calculate the log table. Once you finish it off with all the readings, that is 10 readings, then we'll plot the graph. But before we plot the graph, I'll just tell you how we have got this value of log 55 as 1.7404. See, calculation, finding of log value. This is the first column. Here the number is 10 and at the end the number See, at the end the number is 54. But initially we have the log of 55. So let us go to the next table. See, the next table, here it is 55. If you see this 55, here it is given as 55, and after 55, since there is no decimal point, next number immediately we have as 7404. This is 7404. Next, see here, finding the value of theta minus theta naught is equal to 55. So from the log table, which I have showed you already, the log table, see the first column where it is written about 55. We have already seen this. Next, in the next column of 55, the next number is the log of 55, and it is, we have seen, 0.7404. Otherwise, you can write this as 7404. That is Mantissa value. 7404 is called as Mantissa value. Next, if you see the number 55, this 55 has two digits. 5, 5, 1 plus 1, 2 digits. And if we take n is equal to 2, where n is the number of digits, then the formula is to find the characteristics n minus 1. So according to that, n is equal to, this is n minus 1, and the value which will get over here is 1. See, this is n is equal to 1 and the value is 1. So 1 is the one characteristic. Next, just add this. Here 0 is there. Instead of 0, we have got the characteristic value, that is 1. So we need to add Mantissa and characteristic value and we'll get the value as 1.74. This is the log of 55. Similarly, you can find it out the log of remaining values. Similarly, you are going to find, first see the log table, find Mantissa value and how many digits you have, subtract it from 1 and put this after the before the decimal point. Next, we'll see how to plot the graph. See, your graph is given as I told you. Here it will be, see, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, and it is going to start from 0, and along x-axis we have time, along y-axis we have log of theta minus theta naught. As I told you, it is going to start from 0. So here it is 0. This will be the centimeters. These points, if you see, these are centimeters. Each has 1 centimeter length. Next, along y-axis also it will be having same. Now, here we are going to note it down the time. If you are noting down here time, the time which we have measured in seconds, the same time you are going to calculate over here, because time we have calculated and each gap of time is 2 minutes. So let us write this as 120 seconds, 240, 360, 480, 600, 720, 840, 960, 1080. Similarly, along y-axis you are having 1 centimeter, and here whatever log we have got it, initially it is 1.7404 and next it may be differ and third will be differ. So what we'll do, we'll take these values as 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8. Like these values we are going to take. Now, I'll just go back so that you can understand. Okay. Now, if you see here, these are the time in seconds value 0, 120, 240, 360, so on up to 1080. And these are the log value. If you see the time value, there is a difference of 120 seconds each. So as it is, we can write it down. But if you see the log value, here it is 1.7. Next we have 1.6. The difference is 0.1. But here if you see 1.6 is again. So the difference is nil. Next also 1.6, 1.6. Next 1.5. So here it is not the constant difference maintained. So I have taken the values as 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Now the first 0 is there. Time is 0. But the log is how much? 1.7. Only will consider the one digit, the one value after decimal point. So for 0 we have 1.7. For 120 we have 1.6. For 240 we have 1.6. Similar way we are going to do it, the graph. So see, for the 0, 120, we are having 1.7. So here if you focus, this is 1.7. Next, for 120, it is 1.6. For 240, again 1.6. 360, 1.6. One value which we have, that is. Next, like this way, by seeing the log table and the time, we are going to mark this. Later, starting from the initial point, that is from 1.74, this is the first value as 1.7. We are going to draw one line which is starting from this point. And if I draw this line, it will come like this way. And here Newton's law of cooling is verified, because we have seen the water is getting cooled down, and as similar to that, the temperature is also falling down. So I'll tell you how to write the scale. That is the very much important part. Here scale you are going to write at the right corner, top of this graph at the right corner. And scale C, first you have taken as x-axis and y-axis. So first we'll write about x-axis. X-axis, here if you see these dots of brown color, these are having 1 centimeter difference. This is 1 centimeter, and for 1 centimeter we have taken the difference of 120 seconds. So 120 seconds, because time we have measured in seconds. Next, see y-axis. Again for y-axis the difference is 1 centimeter only, but here 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So the difference of 1.3 minus 1.2 is equal to 0.1. Since it is the log, so it has no unit. Like this way, scale you are going to note it down. Let us see the result. From the graph, we have seen as the temperature decreases, the time increases. So this is the verification of Newton's law of cooling. So we have verified from the graph Newton's law of cooling. This is the practical. Thank you everyone.